Imagine if all you needed to do was make one small change and you could literally 10x your net worth, guaranteed. What I'm about to tell you in this video has helped me and many other successful Muslim entrepreneurs to excel and thrive. And the reason why it's guaranteed is because it has been told that by doing this one thing, it will never decrease your wealth. And I'm sure you've all guessed it by now, it's charity. So every single year, I look back at how much charity I gave in the previous year, and then I like to set a target to try beat that amount in the next year. And obviously this is personal between me, because charity is something that should be kept between you and Allah. Now the reason as to why I do this is because of the Jews. So a little bit of a backstory. When I was growing up, we moved to an area for me to go to high school where there was a lot less crime than obviously where I was brought up. And in this area, it was 50% Jews and then 50% Asians, like Pakis. And in the Jewish communities, I saw that they did this thing called pledging. So basically, one Jew would pledge to donate, like, let's say 50 grand over the next year, and then his other Jew friend would say, nah, you can donate more, and then they would basically just motivate each other to give more money. And when the Jews donate money, they're focused on reinvesting back into the communities because they know that charity starts at home. They want their tribe to thrive financially, and they want to make sure that everyone's eating good. And nowadays, when you look at all the large corporations, all the banks, all the media companies, they're all pretty much run by Jews. And this is because they have used the power of charity to amass all this wealth within their community. Now, the Jews are very similar to Muslims because they also believe that charity does not decrease wealth. And what we call Sadaka, in Hebrew, they call Sadaka. So when I was growing up, I saw the Jewish people following what their religion commanded. They were donating money. They were focused on reinvesting back into their communities, trying to make sure that they're all prospering. And then I realized that Islam literally teaches the exact same thing as this. The problem is that we as Muslims are not doing anywhere near enough in comparison to what the Jews are doing. They were using the power of charity to build up their community, whereas we were using charity to effectively destroy our community. And the reason I say that is because there was so much deception, lying, cheating, scandals. We were basically just trying to finesse each other. And obviously this is not from Islam. Now I'm gonna play a video on the screen. I was debating whether I should or should not include this, but there's a more important message and this video is very relevant to that.
يا من صليت بكل الأنبياء يا من في قلبك رحمة للناس يا من ألفت قلوبا بالإسلام يا حبيبي يا شافعي يا رسول الله بأمي وأبي فديتك سيدي صلاة وسلام عليك يا نبي حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد حبيبي حياتنا بالإيمان يا من بجمالك علمت الإحسان يا من نورت قلوبنا بالقرآن يا حبيبي يا شافعي يا رسول الله بأمي وأبي فديتك سيدي صلاة وسلام عليك يا نبي.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, in 2023, I went to Saudi twice to perform Umrah. It was me, a few cousins and some friends. And both times what we did was we took our own money and we took money from those who couldn't come with us. I asked a few people in Muslim Millionaires as well. And we basically bought a bunch of meals. We went out into the streets to find the needy people, those who actually genuinely needed that. And we were distributing the meals. The first time we did this, we didn't record it. The second time we did have a videographer with us, so we did record it to keep as a memory. And as far as I'm aware, this video has never actually been shown anywhere publicly at all. The reason why I'm showing it now is because this was a very key moment. It was a turning point for me personally in 2023. So after this trip to Saudi, obviously I came back to the UK, and alhamdulillah, I was on a very spiritual high. I was the most practicing I'd been. I was fully on my deen, and I'm sure most of you who have been for Umrah or Hajj can relate to that feeling. And when I gave money, the amount that I gave was enough for me to feel slightly uncomfortable. And I'll be honest, I did have a bit of uncertainty, but I had that tawakkul in Allah. I knew that I'm giving for the sake of Allah. Alhamdulillah, whatever amount that I was able to give in that one trip, throughout the rest of the year, I was able to make that back. And I'm not going to reveal the numbers because that's quite unnecessary. HMRC, if you're watching this, I made no money, I have no assets, nothing under my own name. You cannot tax me. But anyways, the message behind this video that I want to share with you guys is never be afraid to give. Whether that's giving money, your time, your energy, your efforts, whatever it is, give for the sake of pleasing Allah. And don't expect anything back from the people you're giving to. Just trust that Allah has got your back. Whatever you give for Him, He will give you back 5, 10, 100, 1,000 times more. So I recently went to a charity dinner a few weeks back, and they were trying to raise money for Palestine. So I knew the people that were organizing it, so I just went along to basically help out. And I actually met a few people that know me from Muslim Millionaires. And when I was at this event, by the end of the night, they had managed to raise over £200,000 to give to the people of Palestine. And when I saw that there was even individuals who were able to donate high 5-figure sums, I was genuinely inspired by that. You shouldn't care about the people who are showing off their materialistic items, the nice cars, houses, watch, clothes, the money. The real flex of wealth is being able to give to those who need it more than you. Remember, the upper hand is better than the lower hand. The reason we make halal money is to please Allah. So when we spend our halal money, it should also be in ways that are pleasing Allah. So that's why, my brothers and sisters, I have a challenge for you. I want you to take a look at the amount of charity you gave in 2023, and I want you to try to work your ass off day in, day out to make sure that in 2024, you're donating double what you donated in the previous year. And remember, it's personal, it's between you and Allah. But what I want you to do is I want you to visualize reaching the end of the year and knowing that you were able to help your brothers and sisters in need. And every single day for the rest of 2024, you should be working towards making sure you can turn that visualization into a reality. And every time shaitan comes into your ear and tries to distract you and you start to feel lazy, I want you to keep thinking back to that, and I want you to use that as motivation to keep working hard. Because by working harder, that is how you can help your brothers and sisters. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are posting things on social media, they're raising awareness, they're maybe even boycotting certain products or businesses. This doesn't mean anything if you're not actually working hard to give the funds and the resources that your brothers and sisters actually need, because that is what ultimately makes a difference. So my brothers and sisters, if you are ready to make a difference, then you need to take action starting today.